Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, December 8th, and this is another one of my videos. Today I'm going to talk about school security and the importance of keeping students, staff, and community who come into our schools as safe as possible. And of course, a lot of this is based upon what recently happened over in Oakland County, Oxford Public Schools, and I've received a lot of questions, particularly from parents and other community members regarding just how safe our schools are. And I feel it's important and timely for me to respond to everyone who has concerns at this time. I want you to know that our number one priority, certainly when it comes to security for students and staff and community, as well as what we've been dealing with for the last 2 years with the pandemic, is the safety of everyone who's involved with our schools. And we have a long history in that, on that subject as well. But I want you to know that the safety of our students, whether it be personal safety or whether it be social, emotional, or mental health and safety, they are our priority. And we are doing everything we can to make sure that everybody remains safe, whether it be personally or social, emotional, or mental safety. I want to go back to 1998. The area of school safety started then when we created a security department for the Rockford Public Schools. That was 1998. That was a year before Columbine, Colorado's situation in 1999. I was watching news broadcasts and I started hearing about possible school shootings in other states such as Arkansas and Mississippi. And I became concerned about a trend that was happening. And so I had the opportunity to create a school safety department. And I hired a director for that position, and Bob Gothel. He was retiring from the Grand Rapids Police Department as a captain. He had a lot of experience in this area, and he agreed to take the position as our director of school safety. And I gave him a budget, and he created 12 positions to be part of the school safety department. And they were all retired law enforcement professionals that filled those positions. So he created the position, and since then he's retired. And since 1998, that's 23 years ago, then we employed a deputy sheriff, Charlie Brown, and he became our director of security. And since then he's retired, and our current director of school safety is Scott Beckman. Scott Beckman has been our director for the past several years. He retired from the City of Wyoming Police Department as a lieutenant, is highly trained, highly skilled, and his department continues to be employed with 12 law enforcement professionals who have retired. And they have just done an outstanding job of creating a safe and orderly environment for our students, whether they be in elementary school, middle schools, freshman center, or the high school. And I think it's important to note that with this position, we have created a training program in which our staff are continuously trained when it comes to school safety. We have employed experts in the field of school safety who have come in and provided in-service programs and training for our teachers, our support staff, in addition to providing training for our staff and students when it comes to school safety. We already, as I already mentioned, we also have drills that we're required, school districts across the state are required to do every year, like they do fire drills, tornado drills, and so forth. And these school safety drills are practiced by our staff and students as well. But I think the important thing I want you to know about what I'm saying is that back in 1998, there was only one other district in Kent County that has a district safety department, and that was, besides Grand Rapids, that was Rockford. And we continue to be one of the few districts that have a district-wide school safety department made up of retired law enforcement professionals. And we'll continue to improve what we do every year with our department and with our staff when it comes to making sure we keep people as safe as possible in our schools under any type of circumstance or situation. I also want you to know that we put social and emotional health at the top of the list as well. And that is supported by additional mental health professionals that we've employed to work with our students when it comes to social and emotional health. And we continue to put that as a priority. We also, several years ago, were one of the few districts in the state of Michigan that implemented OK to Say. And that was through the Attorney General's office. And we became a K-12 district through OK to Say. And at the time, the state of Michigan's Attorney General was Bill Schuette, and he actually came to Rockford and gave a presentation that included recognizing Rockford as being one of the first K-12 OK to Say districts. And that is an opportunity the students have that they are concerned about something, whether it be themselves or other students, that they can call this number OK to Say. It goes directly to the Attorney General's office in Lansing. They immediately call our Director of Security, which is Scott Beckman, and he immediately responds. And we are accountable to the Attorney General's office because we must respond to the Attorney General and what we did with the information that we were given. So students have that opportunity, parents have that opportunity, staff have the opportunity to contact OK to Say and report a concern, and we will respond immediately to that as well. In addition, we also have the Silent Observer program as well, but we've had a lot of people use the OK to Say approach, and it's worked well for us in identifying concerns and responding to them quickly. Just recently, we created the position of an SRO officer, that's School Resource Officer. We've added a deputy sheriff from the Kent County Sheriff's Department to be part of our district-wide school safety department, security department. And our SRO officer is in our buildings every day, Monday through Friday. He begins his work at the high school, but he's on call when there's a necessary problem or concern. And so that individual has been added to our security department as well. So not only do we have our school safety department, we have our director of school safety, and we have an SRO officer working within the Rockford Public Schools to keep our students, staff, our community who attend our schools, our parents as safe as we possibly can. So I hope through this video you have been able to learn a little bit about what we've been doing for the last 23 years, what we continue to do today, and we continue to evaluate and improve our safety program as best we can, because safety is our #1 priority for our students, staff, and community. If you have any questions or concerns about what I've talked about, don't hesitate to contact me or your building administrator, and we'll be happy to respond to your concerns. Thank you, and have a great week.